this is definitely the place that you want to be if you are a sports fan, you're visiting us for the weekend, or you're a season pass holder with Universal Orlando Resorts and you want to come back and watch some amazing sports. This is NBC Sports. For the evening, shout to NBC Sunday Night Ball.
So this is tremendous. Welcome to NBC Sports, Brew, just like all of NBC Sports. This is the restaurant will bring us closer to games and the players and athletes we love. So this time, before we get further into things, we'd like to recognize some special guests, including, off to my right here somewhere, I can't probably lift the lights, that's helpful, Ryan Roberts, Chairman of the CityWalk. Chief Executive Officer at NBC Universal and Senior Executive Vice President. Vice Chairman of NBC Universal. Is Ron here? Tom Williams, Chairman and CEO of Universal Parks and Resorts. Brian and Steve, when the chairman of Parks and Resorts. Yes, they go around the park. You play a road game, dude. To this next guy because in theory he could dismiss any of us, although he probably has more cause over the years to get angry at me. Mark Lazarus, Chairman of NBC Sports. And Mike McClellan, President of God Channel headquarters right here. Any number of faces familiar to most of you scattered around the room tonight. You'll have a chance, if you haven't already, to speak with them and get their thoughts on the sports they cover. But let's run through them, and I'll use a cheat sheet, not because I don't know them all, but because there are 15 or 16 of them. Don't want to leave anybody out. Paul Breitmeister is here, co-host of Pro Football Talk, and one of our reporters on Football Night in America. And Pro Football Talk is here. The room here earlier this evening. One of the most memorable figures in the history of college football and the NFL. Now one of our analysts on Notre Dame football from Boston College, Doug Flutie. Super Bowl winner with the Patriots and no holds barred analyst on Sunday nights and for Pro Football Talk, Ronnie Harrison. Is big on both NBC and NBCSN, and one of our studio analysts is Keith Jones, who's here with us tonight. The Premier League is also an ever-growing part of NBC Sports and NBCSN, and part of that coverage, our Rebecca Lowe. Hosting both the NHL, NBC, and our Notre Dame football coverage is Liam McHugh. Former player, coach, and GM in the NHL, and a guy who will mix it up on air just as he used to on the ice, Mike Milbury. coverage. Terrific star in the league, and now a terrific star in front of the camera, Jeremy Roenick. Co-host of Golf Channel's Morning Drive, Charlie Weimer from right here in Orlando. A big part of our golf coverage, both on the NBC Network and on the Golf Channel, Steve Sands. She covers Notre Dame football for us as a sideline reporter, also part of Football Night in America, also part of our coverage of the NHL, Catherine Tappan. Golf Channel's Morning Drive, Lauren Thompson is here tonight. And also for Morning Drive, Gary Williams. Gary. Rich, grab your microphone. Okay, I got it. Yeah, we don't run for president. We don't have eats like this. You know, we have 50-yard line seats, correct? But we don't have this array of menu choices.
No, we do not. It's nothing close to this, and we have a wonderful army of chefs that we had a chance to banter with a little bit up there. How many sports bars have we been to in our lifetimes? A billion. Right? This is gourmet dining at its finest of all sports bars that we have ever seen. And I'm very happy with this. You want to come in here, have a good time, but you want to eat. And you may want to introduce some of these stars coming down here.
Yeah, they're going to be down in just a second. Heinz, when you go into, and there's no place that's quite comparable to this, which is why we're so proud to have it be part of the NBC brand. But when you walk into a restaurant or a bar where they're watching the game, is it only Steeler fans who greet you warmly? What's the reality?
I get a couple of boos from Baltimore Ravens fans, but no, this is truly ultimate fan cake. You know, this is everything you want to have at a restaurant. Not a bad seat in the house, great food, great ambiance. What better way than to have it right here at Universal Studios? So, such an honor to be a part of NBC Sports Really Beer. And
Brew, there's 100 different beers.
So I think that
This is not the appropriate time to reveal that you're a teetotaler. Just whatever it may be. We are approaching the time of the year, Michelle, when you're roaming the sidelines at Lambeau Field or at Soldier Field in November, December, early January. If there were a way to do your job while seated in front of one of these monitors, wouldn't that be better?
You know, I love how you guys talk about all the food that you have up in your booth at the 50-yard line. Those that Chris and Al and Bob are sitting in their luxurious palatial spots during the game. They're eating, they've got sushi, they've got stuff.
Bring in, I'm freezing my ass off just like you.
Hey, let's some breeders there.
Yeah, he's got a heated seat out there. Anyway, yes, I would love to do this here. I mean, I can just have a number of monitors, every angle, and just sit down, have one of those burgers right there, and I'd be set.
Right here. And NBC Sports brings the extraordinary moments of sports to its viewers, and we hope that that same level of extraordinary service is now coming to the NBC Sports Grill and Brew. So, as Chris suggested, let's bring out that particular winning team. Here they go. NBC Sports has been bringing to your homes, maybe not all of your homes because for the time spent, because it's exactly 76 years ago today that NBC broadcast the first live professional football game between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Brooklyn Dodgers. There actually was a pro football team called the Brooklyn Dodgers, and the game was played at Evans Field in Brooklyn 76 years ago today. That was the beginning of what is now a truly rich legacy of NBC Sports.
Since the first televised sporting event in America in 1939, we've covered the greatest moments in sports. The moments that define not just days, but decades. We've watched as a nation and with the world. Displays of willpower, helping humans heroes, and heroes human. Their losses have become our losses. Their victories, our victories. For 75 years, we've been bringing the moments that matter to the place that matters most. Here's to all the moments to come.
One of these isn't no duels. All right, yeah, I promise you. Let's all raise our glasses and toast the official grand opening of the first ever NBC Sports Grill and Brew, and here's to all the moments to come.